Hello everyone, I'm from Hungary, and we are having a lot of issues right now in Hungary, and before you ask, being hungry is not one of them, and it's not funny. But life expectancy is very low in Hungary. It's one of the lowest in Europe. People die so young that I've been through my midlife crisis when I was in high school. Also, the government is making budget cuts on the salary of the hospital employees. So, all the experts are quitting the country and they never come back. So, I think that if it continues like this, in 5 years, instead of doctors and nurses, we will have wizards and fortune tellers making the diagnosis for the patients. So, because I'm really scared of that personally, I recently decided to become a vegetarian. Because one of the main reasons why Hungarians die so early is because they eat a lot of meat and drink a lot of alcohol. So, don't worry, I did not quit drinking. But yeah, giving up meat is a really big step. Because in Hungary, Hungarians hate a lot of types of people. But vegetarians are definitely on the top of the blacklist. You know, it's basically like ISIS members, vegetarians, vegans, in this order. So, yeah, it was very difficult. My family doesn't invite me anymore to the Christmas dinners. My dog is barking at me all the time. So yeah, it's very difficult. But despite this hatred, there are occasions when meat and alcohol can have some very entertaining consequences. And one of them is called pig killing. The pig killing is a Hungarian tradition, mostly during winter. A couple men go inside the piggery, stab the biggest pig, it bleeds out, and through the day, the members of the family are pretty much consuming the entire body of the pig. Because that's what we do in the East instead of watching Netflix, you know, we have free time. And basically, and I was the bucket boy. The part of the bucket boy in this entire shit is to hold the bucket for the organs that the parents and the grandparents are taking out from the pig that we will use later to make sausages and stuff. Now, bucket of organs is a cool name for a rock band, but in reality, it's fucking disgusting, alright? So, yeah, every time I was holding it, you know, I was just thinking about my friends who went to Disneyland or some shit, you know, like, why the fuck am I doing it? And basically, one time when I was a kid, my family organized one of these. And to say the least, my uncle, my grandpa, and my dad weren't thirsty anymore. My grandma, my mom, and me were watching from a safety distance. My grandpa, dad, and uncle went inside the piggery. My dad was holding the knife. After 5 seconds, we heard a terrible scream, due to the fact that instead of the pig, my dad stabbed my grandpa in the leg. Well, yeah, that's your reaction. We were fucking freaked out, you know, like we were screaming, ah, what the fuck? And what I did not expect was that my grandpa pulled out the sickest dance move I've ever seen. I call it the TSF. It stands for Tipsy, Stab, Funky. So, he was holding his leg straight like this, you know, because he didn't want to move it too much because he was scared it will injure the other muscles and stuff like that. Meanwhile, he was still trying to get to us somehow, and after 5 minutes of continuous swearing, he decided to move. Meanwhile, he was looking at the knife, looking at us, looking at the knife, looking at us, and it resulted in this move. My mom was shouting. She's like, "Oh my God, don't look at that!" But she was also looking at that. So instead of my eyes, she covered my mouth. So I was just standing there like. My grandma got used to my grandpa's bullshit during the last 40 years they spent together in marriage. So she had a completely emotionless face. All she did was she pulled out a piece of cloth, gave it to my grandpa to bite on, Meanwhile, she slowly pulled out the knife, gave him a vodka shot, because East, and without saying a single word, sent him back to the piggery. In that moment, I had two things on my mind. One, I've never seen anyone expressing so much love without saying a single word to another person as my grandma did to my grandpa. And two, now that he's fine, it means that I will have to hold that fucking bucket again. That was me. Thank you very much. I love you, parents. Best city ever. Thank you.